Welcome to finding out a new world in English.
Additive and concession. Advanced linking words. Additive. Not only, but also. Both. And. As well as. Concession. In spite of. Despite. Additive connectors are used to join related ideas or add extra information. Not only, but also. I like not only to watch movies but also to read books. One not only paints but also writes wonderfully well. Not only my sisters but also my aunt enjoys camping. Not only Anastasia but also her friends are in the square. Subject-verb agreement. The verb agrees with the second subject. Both. And. He knows about both mathematics and chemistry. Dahlia plays both the violin and the piano. Both my sisters and my aunt enjoy camping. Both Anastasia and her friends are in the square. Subject-verb agreement. The verb is always plural. As well as. He's handsome as well as smart. Oriana loves singing as well as acting. The girl, as well as the boys, plays soccer. The bears as well as the giraffe belong to the zoo. Subject-verb agreement. The verb agrees with the first subject. Clauses of concession are used to contrast two ideas. Despite her disease, Amelia always smiled. In spite of the cold weather, I went running. Despite having a serious accident, he's doing well. In spite of what you say, I won't give up. Despite and in spite of can go at the beginning of a sentence or in the middle. Amelia always smiled despite her disease. I went running in spite of the cold weather. He's doing well despite having a serious accident. I won't give up in spite of what you say. Watch out. Despite or in spite of plus noun. Despite the illness or in spite of the illness. Despite or in spite of plus gerund. Despite feeling ill or in spite of feeling ill. Despite or in spite of plus subject plus verb. Despite or in spite of it was raining. This phrase is grammatically incorrect. Keep in mind. Use not only, but also when the second idea is more impressive. Both, and for two equal ideas, as well as an elegant way to say and. Despite and in spite of show that something happened though there was an obstacle. Despite is a little more formal and professional. In spite of is very common in everyday conversations.